What is going on, BW Sports One World? It is the Lion, and you know it's Monday night, so I'm here with our good pal, Raphael Esparza, for Bet Your Ass with Raphael. What's going on, brother?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Hey, I'm just, I'm getting ready for a hell of a weekend, and I know that you are, my friend.
Yeah, well, it's a busy weekend, and it's here. I mean, it's Super Bowl week. It's weird watching a little bit of the media today with no media day, with people just talking to screens. It's the first Super Bowl during the COVID era. I mean, I guess COVID was around last Super Bowl. We just didn't know about it. So,
right.
But yeah, it was. It should be interesting. A lot of things going on all week with us putting up prop bets and prop bets. I think. Right now, I think live, I think it's 800 and something. But once they finally load some of the ones I requested in and stuff like that, we should have around 1,000. And then with the prop builder that you can add prop bets and stuff like that throughout the game, we'll probably have anywhere between 1,200 probably.
Now, we were talking before the show, and I got to ask this again. Is this the biggest betting weekend of the year?
Oh, yeah, by far it's the betting. I mean, because you have so many different ways to bet it. And we'll take action. I mean, you've seen a couple books have taken $1 million bets. We've taken $1 million bet. I saw BetMGM took $2.5 million bets on Tampa Bay. So six figures is coming in like crazy. Prop bet money is coming in like crazy. So, yeah, this is the biggest dollar event in sports betting. And now, I mean, boxing, we're bringing stuff. Kentucky Derby weekend, we're bringing stuff. If there's a good fight, because I always tell people Derby weekend sucks because you have the Derby, you have a big fight weekend, then you have the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs all going at the same time. Just throw in some baseball and stuff like that. So it's a busy weekend, but the handle is just not there with Super Bowl. But if you ask any ticket writer or supervisor or stuff like that, they'll do a Super Bowl any day of the week than doing the first 4 days of March Madness, because the first Super Bowl, once the game kicks off, there's nothing to do. I mean, great prop bets. You have a halftime game, a halftime prop or a bet, and that's it. And then you just cash the game out. March Madness, they tip from 9 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night, and it's just nonstop go. So
it's just as hectic, just in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, per dollar amount,
right.
nothing comes close to the Super Bowl.
Gotcha. Well, before we jump in to Super Bowl Sunday, we got the weekend kicking off with some good friends of mine in action down in the Tampa Bay area as well. BKFC Knuckle Mania. Now, I know that there's a lot of people on this card, but like you said, we're going to put you guys put up the top three, like the triple threat main event, up on my bookie, and for good reasons, because like you said, there's a lot of people that don't know who anybody else is on this card except for Paige VanZant. And if you're not any familiar with MMA, you have no clue what this is so big for.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big event. This is their first Knuckle Mania. Was this supposed to be BKFC 16? Now they made it to Knuckle Mania?
So what my good friends at BKFC have told me is Knuckle Mania is like their one-off in the year. This is their main event show of the year.
So they stole it from WWE WrestleMania. Is that what you're saying?
Bingo. Sure. Sounds good.
But yeah, I like the name, and there's some. I know some guys, some fighters on there. I know Quentin Henry, even though he's an underdog, +1, I think 60 around there. A little excited to watch him. Excited to watch the Johnny Bedford fight. I think that's going to be a really close one. I've seen him fight a couple of times, but let's face it, we all want to see if Paige VanZant gets her butt whipped or she booty whips Britain Hart. So let's face it, that's what Knuckle Mania is going to be about. It's going to be about the main event. I mean, there's some probably good fights. A buddy of mine told me keep an eye out for Jared Grant. Huge favorite, -$5, but he's a heck of a fighter, has heavy hands, way in the undercard. So it's going to be interesting to see. But come on, I want to see Paige VanZant.
Yeah, I forgot to hit the button too.
There you go.
I had to move stuff so my dog didn't knock everything over, so my fault. Paige VanZant is a phenomenal fighter. She's very good at Muay Thai. and this isn't Muay Thai. This is a different realm for her. Now, regardless if a fighter's a fighter, I totally understand that. But I really think, especially after interviewing Britton Hart a couple weeks ago, she's got the determination, the fire in her eyes to take Paige Van Zandt out. So if you're betting on this fight this weekend, guys, I'm putting my money on Britton Hart. And I like Quentin Henry, too. I was actually able to interview him a couple weeks ago as well. Great guy. He's a hell of he's a big guy. He's an up-and-comer. But, man, for a retirement party for Chris Lieben, because this is his retirement fight, I don't know if he's going to go out without winning. But regardless, somebody's getting knocked out in this fight.
Yeah, but go back on your page. For the Paige Van Zandt open up -120, -110 on the other side. So the public's all over Paige. So if you like Britton Hart, which I'm leaning towards taking Britton Hart, or I might just pass on the whole fight and just enjoy it. Wait to see if you can get the number comes up, because I think the betting public will bet the name, not the record, not the fighter. They're just going to bet that name. And we're going to be pushing the Paige Van Zandt fight over at MyBookie, and I'm sure other companies will. It's a Friday, so it's not competing with anything except maybe NBA, ESPN a game. So I'm sure I would not be shocked if we see more money come in. I would not be shocked if you can get maybe +120, +130 on Hart.
Well, it looks like right now I got it up. It's +120 right now. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold off until about Thursday night to see where it is, and hopefully it kind of goes up a little bit in my favor.
I would wait till Friday. I would wait till Friday morning.
Okay, duly noted, sir. Moving on, UFC Fight Night. There's a couple of fights on this card real quick I want to talk about. Obviously, the main event, Alistair Overeem, Alexander Volkov. Volkov is a slight favorite at -175 right now to a +145 Alistair Overeem. My thoughts on this, Raphael, is honestly I've seen Overeem's chin over the past few years, and I just don't think that he's going to be able to take a Volkov hit like that.
Yeah, but he surprised me. I mean, he's won, 4 of his last 5? I mean, I'm still impressed when he beat Harris. Was it 3 fights ago, Walt Harris, which I've always liked Walt Harris. I like his background story, so I guess maybe I'm a little bit special onto that one. But, wow, I just can't know if I can take that. I mean, this is the one I'll probably – like you said, there's always fights. There's always games. You sit back – pop a scotch or a beer or your beverage and all that, and just enjoy it. This is the one, because I agree. Volkov has his left hand is powerful and his right hand. So I mean, he could get you with that left hand when you not think it's coming, and then you're going to sleep. So, but I don't trust. I'm excited for Sandhagen, Freddie Hagar. I think that's going to be a fantastic fight, the co-main event. Really excited to watch that one. And I'm happy that there's a UFC on Saturday, because like I said, it can get me pumped. I'll be probably trying to go to bed early on Saturday because it's going to be a long day, but I probably won't be able to go to bed early on Saturday because of this. But I put up a prop bet on UFC. It just went live sometime today.
What was that?
UFC and Super Bowl. Total knockouts for the whole UFC event, the whole card, versus field goals made in the Super Bowl.
Huh. What'd you put the lineup at?
Hold on, I'll check right now. I want to say field goals. Was it field goals -140? I can't remember. Gee, hold on. It's right.
Now you got me intrigued.
It's under MMA specials. It's not under Super Bowl because I had to put it under MMA specials because UFC Saturday. I couldn't put it in the Super Bowl because everything timers are all that. So we're gonna promote it. Oh, UFC Vegas 18 total KOs is -140 and the field goals +110.
18 total KOs. Oh, USC Vegas. Okay, this is Fight Night 18. I thought for some reason, I'm like, man, how are you going to get 18 knockouts?
No. I was wondering. The name of it. USC Vegas 18.
I got you. Okay. Threw me off for a second there.
So there's been about an average about 3 to 4 the last 4 events. So, I mean, I think if you're looking at the Super Bowl to be a high-scoring game, then there's probably going to be field goals as well in the Super Bowl. That's why I like I'm sure we're talking to props, first point scored in the Super Bowl field goal. I think it's +160.
That's interesting.
Something you want to look at. So if you like me, that where you think it's probably going to be a high-scoring event, you figure some field goals are probably going to be involved in it. So
Okay. I don't know. I'm looking over this card. It could be a total knockout card in the sense of every fight's going to have a knockout.
Now, there's only one heavyweight fight in this.
No, I know, but look at, like you said, Frankie Edgar and Corey Sandhagen. Now, to me, Corey Sandhagen is going to knock Frankie Edgar out. I like Frankie. I have no problem with Frankie. I've never had a problem with Frankie Edgar in his career. I think it's almost to the time though, and Corey Sandhagen's hungry.
True, but I mean, his last 4 of his last fights have now come by a knockout, either decision or submission. So I looked into that one. I think he only has, out of his, I want to say 16, 17 fights. I think I could be wrong. He only has like 5 knockouts or 4 knockouts. So I looked into that one just because I agree. Sandhagen's very hungry. I think he demolishes Frankie Edgar in this one.
It is hard to put him out, though. It is definitely hard to put him out. The third one I really wanted to talk about was the return of actually both these fighters, but a fan favorite, Clay the Carpenter Guida, returns to the octagon to face Michael Johnson. Now, Michael Johnson has been in the octagon a lot since Clay Guida, but not in recent times, not too recent times. And he's fallen at Clay Guida is an underdog at plus 170 right now. And I might say that's about where the peak of that is. So I might jump on that right now.
I can see that. I mean, granted, he's coming off 3 out of 4 losses. But I mean, he hasn't fought, I want to say, in May or June, something like that. And Johnson, he hasn't been the same fighter, I would say, in the last year or so. I don't know he's just not furious. I mean, when he was up and coming, when he was packing up wins, he was trying to knock out. I mean, he's coming off 3 straight losses. I think that loss against Emmett has kind of been in the back because he has not been the same since that loss was a couple of years. I think it was
18.
Yeah, 2018.
At the end of 18.
Yeah, but he's another. Johnson's had a long layoff. He hasn't fought in almost over a year as well, so it's going to be interesting to see. I agree. I think Clay is probably the one that I would kind of look at, both wrestling styles. But one thing about Johnson, it's always hard to fight a southpaw, and I always root for a southpaw because I'm a southpaw. So I kind of want to see how the first round goes and how his stance is and stuff.
I just think as far as betting-wise goes, a lot of people, like you said earlier with Paige Van Zandt, is going to lean towards that name. And a lot of the casual fans from 10, 15 years ago know that name, so they're going to start putting money on him. So I might want to get my bet in now.
I like the under 2.5 rounds on that one. That's I think both guys are going to come out swinging because, like I said, both of them are kind of slumping. It might be one of these guys, or maybe the loser could be looking for a new company, especially if you're Johnson, if you lose 4 straight. So I think both guys are going to be swinging.
Yep, I agree. I'm with you on that. There's not a lot of the times that we fully agree on things, but tonight, Raphael, you and I are one. And we are one heading to Super Bowl 55 this Sunday. Just real quick, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Dukes of Football Super Bowl Special. That's right, Raphael, you heard it. The new name of the football show on BW Sports 1 is the Dukes of Football. Can you tell me why we would have picked the name the Dukes for a football game?
Let's see, you got a Notre Dame shirt on. Your other partner is a Michigan, and neither of them have won a national championship. So Duke has won some, so that's why you used it.
No. The official name of official NFL football is the Duke.
Really?
Yes, it is. It's signatured on every official NFL football.
Who says you don't learn something new every day?
And me be the one to teach you.
I know.
That's even more astounding.
It's crazy. I guess I'm a little foggy, a little under the weather, so I'll put it on that.
There you go. Uh-oh, don't say that. People be wondering if you got your swab ready.
I got one on Saturday. I was negative.
Good. Glad to see you're staying safe, sir. All right, let's roll. Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl 55. Tampa Bay, Florida. Home team, home stadium. Wow. But first, before we get to the game, I want to move a little bit towards the other action. We talked about it last week. Raphael, I got to know your thoughts. The Puppy Bowl.
I like Team Fluff. I'm going to take the -120 on Team Fluff, and I'm going to go with the male MVP at -140. So those are my prediction: Team Fluff and male dog MVP at -140.
Okay. Now I have a question before we get to the game, and maybe this is one of your 1,500 prop bets. I don't know, but what company will have the most outstanding commercial through the Super Bowl?
Everyone keeps on asking me, why don't you have the who's gonna win the best Super Bowl commercial? And I'm like, who's gonna grade that? Like, what am I gonna wait for? The View to give the best commercial? So it's gonna be very interesting this year with the commercials and all that. Just because a lot of big names have pulled out, but no Budweiser commercial. There's gonna be a Bud Light and Bud Light Sightser and all that, but you're not gonna see that iconic Budweiser of the horses or the spotted dog or Dalmatian dog and all that. No Pepsi commercial. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how they do all that. But I mean, commercials they're always fun. I can't wait to watch them. So it's gonna be interesting. We have a whole bunch of them. Which one's good? What commercial? Lay's commercial is gonna be shown first? Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos.
Oh, like what chip commercial is going to be shown first? Okay.
Chip commercials.
Which alcohol?
It's Bud Light. I think was the huge favorite over Coors, and I think Claw.
Ugh.
Yeah, I've never had Claw.
I've tasted it.
What does it taste like?
Shit.
There you go, people. Our alcohol.
Just don't drink it.
Our alcohol. We have some funny ones like how many commercials will be shown wearing a mask over under 2.5. The overs for what will be shown first, an interracial couple or an LGBT couple?
You know what? What's the odds on that? Is it like
interracial couples -$5, LGBT couple is +$3?
Huh? Really?
Yeah. So I mean, there's like I said, we try to make some fun stuff out of it.
Will the president of the United States be in attendance at the Super Bowl? Is that
we had that nose -$3. I would highly doubt he would be there.
I agree.
Yeah, so it's what else do we have? We have some Biden interview because he's on CBS interview. Before there was words he'll say first: pandemic, unity, healing, or impeach. Pandemic is even money. What would Tony Romo say first? Pandemic, COVID.
So, do you think Tony Romo will get a head coaching job after the Super Bowl this year?
No, I think he loves. Why would he want to? He gets to play golf 6 days a week and then calls a football game. No, I mean,
I'm sure there's a lot of teams out there that would love his mind, though.
That's true. I mean, that's true. I mean, probably one of the biggest popular ones that we take. I mean, not big action, but if heads and tails, it's -110 both ways. Color of liquid poured on. We had to change this. Normally, we had to put what color Gatorade, and then one year was one of the NFC Championship games. I think they poured water, so everyone freaked out. I want a refund. It wasn't. So now we have to put liquid. So it's. Orange is even money. Red or pink is 3-1. Yellow, green, lime is +450, and then clear is 6-1. So it's just people get crazy when you don't get when you say the wrong things. But I mean, like I said, grading them is probably the worst. Making them up is kind of fun, doing the research, but grading them because I have to DVR the Super Bowl and then I have to watch it and rewatch it and rewatch it for just the little things people just don't realize that we actually put up that we're trying to grade them.
That would be an interesting task, and I'm glad it's you, sir. And not
how many times will Gisele Bundchen be shown over under? We have that prop bet. Let me hear it. What's your guess?
What was it shown?
How many times will Tom Brady's wife Gisele? I'm butchering her last name. Bundchen.
Be shown?
Yeah, whatever.
No, I'm just saying. Is that what the question is?
Be shown on TV during the game.
Okay. Let's say, is it an over/under or?
It's over/under 1.5 times.
Oh, over.
Under's -5. Yeah, I'm sorry. Overs minus 250.
Yeah, this is over.
The last time Tom Brady was in the Super Bowl, she was shown 0 times.
That was different. There was different times.
Well, I know.
That was also. Well, I was going to say that was a loss, but no, he's won one since Philadelphia won. So
how many times would the Patriots be said? Over under 2 times.
And that's by any of the commentary or just the main 2?
Any of the commentary
on the broadcast.
Yes.
I'm gonna say over on that one.
There been any under? We opened it up at minus 120 both ways, and unders minus 145.
So I'm standing good. I'm gonna hit a good ticket if all these hit.
So I mean, like I said, these are the kind of stuff that people, just like you'll get this. I'm going to send a spreadsheet out this year. I'm putting it on an Excel spreadsheet with tabs, so you guys can all click on there instead of a Word doc. So you'll see all the prop bets that we actually have, and so instead of researching it on the computer, you can actually see it.
What is your favorite type of prop bet to put out when it comes to the Super Bowl?
Oh, mine bar far, and I think the best value you can maybe get are the cross sports Super Bowl prop bets, like the NBA prop bets with Super Bowl prop bets. And I'll give you one. Damian Lillard. Let me find it. I thought there was some good value. Oh, here's another good James or Joel Embiid points versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers points. Okay, if you like the Kansas City Chiefs, then why wouldn't you take Joel Embiid, who's averaging almost anywhere between high 20s and 30 points? So why wouldn't you take that? I think that's a kind of interesting prop bet. We have some golf ones. Bryson DeChambeau's 4th-round score versus Travis Kelce's receiving yards. So I love the cross-sport ones. I think you can get some really, really good value on those. So I enjoy making those up. Here's one. Okay, this is a good one that I like. I think it's good value. Manchester City goals versus Liverpool versus Super Bowl made first quarter field goals.
Jeez. See, folks, this is why we have him on here, because I wouldn't have even thought about that type of prop bet being in there. But now that he said it, I'm going to look for this shit now that I'm on there.
When you're watching college hoops on Sunday while you're drinking your first beer early in the afternoon, Iowa total points versus Indiana college hoops versus Mike Evans receiving yards.
Ooh, I like how you do these, man.
Yeah,
you get me intrigued now.
The Philadelphia Flyers goals versus Washington Capitals versus Tom Brady touchdown passes. See, these are the ones that I like. That I think you can get some really good value, and you can get some a nice bet in where you can watch 2 games and enjoy some betting action.
I wouldn't mind it. I have no problem. I like spreading my money out.
I'm here for the people.
That's why I bring you with me, man. We come for you, folks. All right, now the teams are set. The week is here. The prop bets galore on mybookie.ag. And you can get with this guy right here at docsports.com because they're awesome. And if you text right now, BWSPORTS to 29022, they're going to give you, these guys right here are going to give you $60, free picks, no obligations, no credit cards. Now we want to hear, Raphael, who wins the coin toss?
I always go tails, never fails.
Okay. Who wins the first half?
I'm going to say Tampa Bay wins the first half.
By? What's the spread on the first half? 3?
It's probably 3. No, it's probably not 3. The game's 3. First half
1,
is
1.5.
Yeah, probably 1.5. I don't have it in front of me right now. I get too many prop bets in front of me.
Yeah, you got 1,500.
But I would say
no tie.
It's 2.5. I'm sorry. First half is 2.5.
Do they
I'm gonna go Tampa Bay 2.5 plus 2.5.
Okay. Who wins the Super Bowl?
I've been going back and forth. It's hard to bet against Tom Brady in these games. It's just, I and everyone's giving this baby goat that and they're missing 2 offensive linemen. How's that going to affect it? They had 2 people that are on COVID cases today. If they pass 5 negatives, they will be able to play, but who knows about that? Tampa Bay's been pretty much, I don't want to say COVID free, but
They've been at home.
Yeah. So I can't bet against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I can't do it. I've did it so many times, and I've been wiping my butt with my scrap paper that he burns me every year. So I'm going to take the +3. Hopefully it goes back to 3.5, which I don't think so. And I'm going to take the Tampa Bay and Tampa Tom.
Now, does Tom Brady get the MVP of the Super Bowl, or does it go to a different player on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense?
I think.
Do you have a prop bet there for MVP?
Yeah, Tom Brady's 2-1.
Okay, but you have.
And then we have who's going to win? Who's going to win MVP? Is it running back, quarterback? Quarterback's -350. Wide receivers +350. Tight end 8-1. Running back 9-1, and then any defensive position 8-1, and then kicker 66-1.
Whew. Oh, man, I might just want to put a $10 bet down for the kicker because, I mean, it could come down to it. It could come down to a powerful defensive game with 2 offenses that can score at will and throw everybody off. What's the over on this game right now?
56.
56. Okay, that seems a little low for these 2 offenses, I should say.
I'm leaning towards the over myself.
Okay, see, I'm going to wait and see if it hits 58. If it hits 58, I'm going to take the under. 59, I'm definitely smashing the under. I think this is going to be more of a defensive game than most people are assuming. And we saw that the defense of Tampa Bay is finally back on where it was at the beginning of the season. That's why I'm going to go with Tampa Bay winning this Super Bowl. And it's not necessarily because of Tom Brady. Yes, obviously he's going to do what he needs to do to win and help his team win. But I think it's going to come down to that Tampa Bay defense. I think they're going to show a lot of pressure to the baby goat. And he may see a long night.
Getting 2-1, if you like Tampa Bay to win the Super Bowl, getting Tom Brady at 2-1 to win MVP, I think is pretty good money. But keep an eye out. I mean, let's say Fournette, who's had a really good playoff, he's 14-1. What if he rushes for 3 touchdowns? What if Tom Brady is like, you know what? I'm going to give it to my boy Gronk. And what if he has 2 touchdown passes or 3 touchdown passes or something like that? Gronk is where is he at?
The thing right now is the problem with that being is Tom Brady's got to throw that pass to them. I don't see them pulling a Philly special or something crazy like that in this Super Bowl. Although if it's that tight, maybe it's going to be one of those games or one of those plays that brings Gronk throwing a touchdown pass to Mike Evans or somebody.
Well, that's right. And I was going to say that. Remember when the Giants beat New England to ruin their perfect season when that wide receiver got MVP? So maybe look at Chris Goodwin and Mike Evans. They're both 28-1.
And there's a lot of money left on the table if one of those hits, because I guarantee not a lot of people is going to be betting on them compared to the other ones.
Nope. I'm going to take Le'Veon Bell at 125-1.
There you go. Will he even see more than 5 plays? Maybe that should be a prop bet.
Yeah, we have some on there. We have some prop bets with them, and they're betting the under like crazy.
That's to see where he was just merely 2 years ago compared to 3 years ago compared to now. It's sad, but it is what it is. That's the name of the sports. That's the NFL rules. Raphael, it's been fun as always. Let everybody know where to find you, sir.
You can find me over at mybookie.ag. You can find me over at docsports.com. You can find me on Twitter at VSI.sports. Instagram, Raphael Esparza. Everybody enjoy the game. Just because there's a game on doesn't mean you have to bet the game. Just enjoy it. Stay safe. Don't drink too much. And please, please, please don't bet what you don't have.
There it is. The message with the meaning from Raphael himself. Remember, Wednesday night, we are not live. We are taking the Dukes of football to Super Bowl Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Raphael, as always, we will see you next week. And it's been fun. See ya later.
Take it easy.
Peace.